The final mission to save mankind has failed.
The 70-mile-wide asteroid known as Matilda
Is set to collide with Earth in exactly 3 weeks' time.
Steve Carell is abandoned by his wife in the face of an impending Armageddon and decides to set out on one final road trip to reunite with the one who got away. But he won't be doing it alone, as he'll be joined by Keira Knightley as his quirky pixie girl neighbor Penny in Seeking a Friend for the End of the World. I'm Cinematico Magnifico of amoralcrackpot.com, and welcome to the Nightly Chill. Seeking a Friend for the End of the World is 3/4 wonderful, charming comedy about two troubled souls struggling with their personal woes during their and everyone else's final days on Earth. And then, somewhere, somehow, the remaining 1/4 becomes pandering nonsense, veering off course until it magically arrives in that strange world so many independent comedies inhabit. Not a place of logic, but of coincidence. As is typical in these sorts of movies, Carell's Dodge and Knightley's Penny cross paths for the first time at the most opportune time possible, just as Penny has a fight with her boyfriend, and Dodge sits home alone, reflecting on his wife's sudden departure. What follows is a number of scenes that hammer home the notion that Dodge is likely gonna die alone. But when a riot engulfs the city, Dodge and Penny are forced to flee, and the movie is forced to finally get on with it. The movie constantly takes what could have been a number of cliched genre conventions and spins them on their head. The world really is coming to an end, with zero chance for salvation. The notable age difference between our leads is acknowledged, and their relationship is repeatedly hammered home as being purely platonic. Even the usual woes found in a road trip film don't come about. Instead, Dodge and Penny grow closer with every scene from the outset, rather than becoming increasingly antagonistic until they inevitably become the best of friends. Their relationship, their friendship, feels natural and organic, starting as a strange and fairly uncomfortable acquaintanceship and growing into something strong. Unfortunately, this relationship goes too far, not because the story or plot leads to this, nor for any rational reason. What could have been a powerful story about the importance of friendship, of strong emotional bonds free of the outdated belief that men and women can't be friends without falling in love or anything else, instead becomes every other indie romantic comedy, with the down-on-his-luck male lead falling for his manic pixie girl. The problem here is that the movie constantly drives home that this is not going to happen. Even the way the scenes leading up to the movie's final moments don't require this change in their relationship. The scenes could have otherwise played out exactly as they do, and nothing would have changed. The only other thing the movie could have done to betray its own narrative would be if the asteroid, that ever-present looming threat of impending death, vanished without warning and the two lived happily ever after. But for all its faults, Seeking a Friend for the End of the World proves a wonderful watch from start to finish. Its fairly tame story is fleshed out by some authentic performances from Carell and Knightley. And while some might find that the inexplicable deviation from its own story somehow retroactively taints the preceding hour and a half, I suspect that, for most, this won't necessarily prove to be the end of the world. You can follow Amoral Crackpot on Facebook and Twitter, and also be sure to leave any questions, comments, and suggestions for future reviews in the comments section below, and maybe discuss today's movie at greater length. Be sure to join us next time when we'll be taking a look at Welcome to Me, which sees Kristen Wiig playing an emotionally unstable woman who uses her lottery winnings to finance her own Oprah-like talk show. But until then, I'm gonna make like a tree and get out of here.